talk about taking advantage of a range-bound stock and how would you possibly take advantage of a breakout in either direction. So let's say a stock is stuck trading between a floor and a ceiling, a support and a resistance level. The support level is going to be at the bottom. That's where there's a lot of buying coming in when the stock hits that level. So let's say the ABC stock's between the support level of 50 and 80. So if it once it goes to, well, actually that's probably a big range. Let's say 50 and 60. So when the stock drops down to 50, there's a lot of buying pressure coming in. When the stock goes to 60, there's a lot of selling pressure. So essentially the buyers and sellers are engaging in a tug of war. And usually when one side in, the other side just kind of collapses. You'll notice they're they're kind of pulling each other and they're both really in a deadlock. And once one side starts failing, really the other side just kind of gives up and it breaks. So usually when it breaks that level substantially, the theory is it keeps going up. Essentially kind of a weird analogy, but if you were to bounce a ball against the floor multiple times and it hits the ceiling, eventually when it breaks the ceiling, it's not going to go back down to where it's at. It's going to stay at the next level, at the second and third floor. Sort of a weird analogy, but I remember I heard it a while back from a friend of mine. And so let's say the stock's between 50 and 60. So what could you do? So you could basically stack buy limit orders at, around, let's say, 51 and 59. So every time the stock drops below 50, drops to 51, you're buying a bunch, and then you put sell limit orders at 59. So that they're going to you'll take advantage between 51 and 59. Then let's say what you would do is you would stack some buy stops at maybe 61 and 49, right? You stack buy stops at 61 and 49 with the intention of that, hey, once it breaks out, you want to be net long, right? So it should cover your position and also make you long. And then you could also kind of monitor it. If you notice that the range is shrinking in a certain direction, now if the range shrinks from 50 to 60 to 55, 60, probably going to break up on the upside. So you'd probably limit your buy limit orders to like 56, and you want to stay net long so that when it does break out, you're long, plus you have a buy stop to make yourself even more long. So I hope that makes sense. So, if a stock's going to be between a support and resistance level, so support is at the bottom, resistance at the top, you want to basically gauge where that, if the level is kind of shrinking, if it's getting more concentrated in a certain direction, and then you want to have basically buy stops above the resistance level and sell stops below the support level, with the idea is that once it breaks that range, it's going to keep going. And you're basically looking for a momentum play. So I hope that sort of makes sense. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks.